Alright, we're going to be watching ACP, who's playing Winston on Junkertown. This is Masters 5. Hello, I've managed to climb from Diamond 3 to Masters 5 this past month, and this game in question is Masters 3. I assume it's a lobby. So this is a big test for me. It started fine on defense, though it felt a little lost at times. When attack comes around, though, I start feeding like crazy. It wasn't even that my mental was broken or anything, I just got deleted every time I attempted to dive. I was lost and didn't know what to do. It was a big reality check that I just can't freely dive anyone I want, like in the lower ranks. Ended up kind of losing the game for my team. Haven't had a VOD in years. I would appreciate it. Okay, so I've seen this game. First thoughts are, I think your mechanics are actually pretty good. I think that your jumps are good, like pretty clean. I think that your primals are clean. I think reaction time is good. All that honestly look pretty good, and I don't think it's gonna be an issue for you to go through Masters with that. The primary issue is gonna be around decision making, right? Like when, where to jump, like where to be standing, and in particular taking a lot of extra damage prior to jumping. That's gonna like kind of set a chain reaction of blowing your entire plan up. As Winston in particular, it's really important to be like near full health, if not full health, when you jump in, because Winston's actually very fragile, right? When you jump in there, you're a massive target. Bubble can only sort of protect you depending on like what abilities they have and like who's in the bubble versus outside of the bubble and like where you can stand, how fast the bubble blows up, things like that. And if you have one bad jump, you're gonna die, and if you die, then you're gonna lose the fight. The line on Winston, I say this in a bunch of my other videos, the line between carrying and throwing on Winston is very thin. very thin. So, you know, escaping from a dive with like 50 health versus being dead is the difference between winning and losing a fight. And I would say in low GM where I play, I think that I can get away with one bad jump per game. I think if I have more than that, I'm generally not expecting to win the game. So, like, that's kind of the margin of error to expect as you're going up. So you're looking for somewhere between, you know, ideally 0, but like at your level, you can probably get away with like 2 of them consistently and still be winning like 60. So when I say if I have one bad jump a game, I think I probably am still going to win the game like 60% of the time plus. If I have 2, it's probably 50-50. If it's more than that, I'm probably like it's going to be negative, and I just at that point like whatever. I screwed up enough that I kind of accept the fact that I'm going to lose the game. So at your level, I would say you could probably get away with 2, and still have like a 60% plus chance of winning. Once you're at like 3 plus, things are looking kind of bad. You're like 50% range, and then once you're at like 4 plus, you're dropping into like 35-40% chance. Anyway, you're gonna have a bunch of bad ones in this one. Okay, so let's just start watching, and we can talk through some things. So for starters, Junkertown. Playing Winston here on defense is very unusual. It's not impossible, but it is certainly unusual. And an important thing to think about as Winston is, what should I be doing right now? And I think you generally have a pretty good idea of doing this right now, and yet you still do this. So if we just play here right now, let's just kind of watch. You're standing here, zapping a little bit. You notice you've already taken 150 damage right now. Now you've taken 300 damage. Now you've taken 400 damage, and now you have to pop a bubble to keep yourself alive. So I'm pretty sure if I asked you, like if I sat you down, I'm like, hey, look, what should Winston be doing? What's Winston's job? I'm pretty sure you're not going to say, Winston should be facing off against 5 opposing heroes 40 meters away, right-clicking them. I'm very confident you would not say that. And I think that if I said that to you, I'm like, okay, there's a situation where Winston's standing in the open against 5 opposing heroes. This Winston player that you want to give advice to is saying, hey, should I be right-clicking them right now? I'm pretty sure you're going to say, no, don't do that, just hide. Like, there's no way that is the right call, and yet that is literally exactly what you end up doing here, and you get completely shredded for it. Like, the first time, okay, fine. Now you're still getting shredded, and now you pop bubble, right? I will note, if I ever pop a bubble defensively like this, I assume I'm going to lose a fight. This is not what bubble is for. Unless you're using it to block some, like, incredible ability, like they pop Visor or something, like Nano Visor. Popping bubbles defensively on your team is almost always the wrong call. You basically have to use every single bubble in conjunction with a dive to apply pressure, right? With very rare exceptions, this is pretty much like, you know, blocking like Captive Sun, right, from Miliari. Like, other than that, like, putting bubble defensively is basically always the wrong call. So from here, you're going to die, and this effectively ends up losing you the fight, except that you're going to get rezzed here, so which gives you another chance, but that's lucky, and I wouldn't rely on that. So let's wind this back. Why are we doing this? Like, we already established this is not your job. Nobody in your team wants you to be doing this. To be clear, like when you're doing stuff, you think, hey, how does this help my team? Because helping my team is how I win the game as a tank. Your team doesn't need you to do this right now. Your team doesn't. It's not like, oh, the Winston's taking all this pressure off us. Your team can't do anything. Echo's just spamming freely. Genji's spamming freely. Your Ana's playing way the heck back for some reason. I don't know if she's slow rotating or no. Actually, this is where she wants to be playing for some reason. So whatever, right? Like, None of your team needs you to do anything right now. They certainly don't need you to be taking 500 something damage, especially if you should realize that your Ana is playing all the way over here, which is not a usual spot, but so be it, okay? Like, you kind of need to work around where your team is playing. Your Ana's playing very defensively. She doesn't want to get jumped. Fine. What is what is. Maybe she played last game against this Doom, knows that they're playing a Doom, and she wants to be way back. Whatever it is. You're not getting any healing here. You're forced to Mercy to try to come over to save you, and then it's obviously too late, and then you get res. So, how do we play this differently? Well, number one, ideally I recognize, okay, my Ana's playing way the heck over there. I'm not going to try to take any poke damage here, right? It's just literally, like, I have no job here. I'm just going to, like, scout really quick, okay, what's their lineup? And then I'm going to play super, super safe, right? What does super safe mean? Well, probably, actually, regardless of whether I play safe or not, if my Ana's up or not, I'm going to play here. So this is a really common spot for tanks to play, is this box, this area right here. And then from here, you could choose to jump here, you could choose to jump here, you could choose to jump here, right? Or you could just zap them here and then retreat backwards. Okay? You got a lot of options in this situation that you can play from that don't expose you to a ton of fire. So similar situation, like if you're playing Reinhardt here. Your Reinhardt, you might hold shield, like if you have like a Widow or somebody's going to use it briefly, and then you're going to drop down here and then play this corner and just swing, 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 right? Do a little bit of fighting. Okay, we're not going to win. We charge back, right? Play next corner and then resume. That's typically the way this is played. I have no idea what you were thinking of. I don't know like how comfortable you feel in Junkertown, but none of the things from this moment forwards made it look like you feel comfortable playing on this map. So that's a problem, right? Like this was like an automatic loss. One thing to note here is the margin for error for winning gets smaller and smaller the higher up you go. Okay? Often, matches will be so close that you're only talking about a difference of 1 or 2 team fights for a whole game. You losing this, like dying right here, will usually mean a lost team fight. So your margin of error can go, let's say it's 2, right, for winning and losing. So your margin of error went from 2 to 1 fight for the next 17 minutes of this game, right? 18 minutes, 17, 18 minutes of this game, your margin of error has gone from 2 to 1 because you screwed up here. And if you want to get into high masters and GM, you just need to accept the fact that it's like, no, I just can't be making this mistake. And if you are at the skill level, it won't feel hard to avoid this mistake. It'll become very natural. All right, you're going to die. You're going to get a res. All right, Mercy does good res. Get you back up. So, got a chance here. Jump, right? Jump's good. I don't know if that melee lands. Let's talk for a second about Winston versus Doomfist. So, Winston is actually my favorite tank to play against Doomfist. I have no other tanks that I feel I am more effective against Doomfist than Winston. And that does not mean because I can kill the Doom. It means because I can ignore the Doom and do whatever I want against his team. That I feel is way more effective than trying to focus the Doom down, either by interrupting him with things like Roadhog or Orisa, right? Or Sigma. It just feels very much out of my control to win the game. And I actually have a video link for this. It's a GM5 game that I will link as well for like me playing against Doomfist to like give you an idea of like how I approach the matchup. But the key thing I want to note here is for Winston versus Doom, the number one thing to think is, from here, if I get punched, will I die? Okay? It is very common that Dooms will track where you go, then they will jump in and then punch you back towards his team to get the kill, because it will knock you out of bubble, and usually you won't have jump on cooldown. So in this situation, I think you're safe because you have a wall behind you, right? Which is fine. It's okay. Like, if that's going to happen, it's good. Right? And you're also full health. But I'm just noting, later on, you're going to get killed by this a lot. So, zap. Fine. I don't know that I want to pop bubble here. I would also not cross to the left. I would just cross to the right, right? Right is closer to try to save the bubble here. These are like the micro optimizations that you're kind of looking for once you start approaching like high masters, low GM. Like you go across here, you get scared, and so you put down bubble. First of all, I don't think you would have died there even without bubble. But second, if you go to the right, you definitely don't die here. So now you have no bubble, which means for the next 12 seconds, anything you do is super dangerous, which is not so good. Generally, your mechanics are pretty clean. I would say that you need to practice having a shorter jump than this. Right? You're looking for a jump that goes like this, right? As opposed to what you do, which looks like that. Yeah, even higher than that, right? Like this is no good. This is a long delay, right? You want a shorter jump, angled, so you're gonna pop right here to make the land much faster, exposes you to less danger, allows you to change direction quickly, and applies the damage faster. All right, so right here, Doom's dropping, you're reloading, which is unnecessary. A, because there's a Doom in range. B, there's a Genji here in range as well. So when you see the Doom drop, as a general rule, especially as Winston, when you see tanks are low, don't try to kill them. Why? Because the tank almost always has a plan. People did not get to your rank by being bad. When tanks get low, they almost never die. They already have a plan in mind for all their cooldowns or the amount of healing they're going to get or their whatever it is, right? Cover, whatever it ends up being as to why they're not going to die or pop an ultimate. I do not, when I see this Doom drop right now, let me play this back live. When I see that Doom drop right now, my plan is not, let's follow the Doom and kill him. My plan is, let's kill somebody else while the Doom is busy. Because the Doom's low, so he's not going to attack anybody. He's not like aggressing here. He's going to have to, you know, basically his power cycle here, right? All right, let's take a second to draw a graph. So, let's imagine power and time, okay? So, Doom, when he dives in, he is very, very, very strong, okay? So he's going to start up here. Then, he's going to drop down, right? As he jumps in, he uses all his abilities, he's going to drop down, he's going to activate block, and depending on whether or not he has block or not, right, if he gets block, he could even be more stronger than he was initially, right, that's that scenario, or he has to reset and go back to normal, right, that's the general idea. Doom right now is at this point of his power cycle. He's dropped low, he has no cooldowns, or probably used most of his cooldowns, he needs to get healing, so he's probably going to use block right now and basically be a non-factor. When he's right here, I can do whatever I want because he has nothing to contest me. Even if he did want to try to use cooldowns on me, I could kill him, or my team could kill him, or whatever ends up happening. He's not going to be taking a ton of risks right now. So this is my moment to try to see if I can get something done. In particular, I can go after this Genji who is 50 health right now, and just go burn, 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 and this Genji just dies. Even then, like, after that, I could just reload, and then I could zap here, I could zap here, I could drop here, right? You got some options right now. But going after Doom right now is a huge mistake. See, you knew right away as soon as you dropped, you're like, okay, this is not going to work. Like, you did realize that you're just a few seconds slower than a GM level player would be, knowing that that was never going to work. Again, another bad jump. Once you landed here, this is a throw. You should have just died right here. Like, we're going to see, again, usually your mechanics are pretty good. This is, once again, really bad. I think you should practice, like, jumping from low ground to high ground quickly. But really, really bad arc on this. You take a ton of damage, and I have no idea what you were even trying to accomplish, right? Like, what was your plan? If you want to dive here, you should have been diving over to the Ana. But the thing is, you're also too low right now to be diving anybody, and you don't have bubble. So, like, now your power is set back even further. Now you need to wait even longer to get healed up, which forces your Mercy to heal you, and now you can finally engage. Right? You have to wait, right? Okay, now we can finally start engaging, but we're still missing 100 health for the record. We're zapping, but the thing is this really who I want to be going after? The soldier? Right? The full health soldier? Like, yeah, I see, like, Echo landed, like, maybe a couple stickies on him, but that's not good value. Why not go after the Ana here, right? You jump here, you knock her on low ground, zap, zap, zap. Okay, she uses sleep or nade on you. Great, excellent, right? We reset, or if it's not a lot of damage, then I go down and I keep harassing. This is no good. At no moment in time do I look at this and I think, man, someone's going to die here. I would also note that your bubble is way off target, right? It's way too far forwards. You need to read, is this soldier going forwards or is he going backwards? But you knew that, right? Now, you can see from the echo stickies on him and everything going on that this soldier is going backwards. This bubble is going forwards, which means this bubble does nothing, right? And now you're forced to sit here and now you do nothing. One of the things I also talk about in my other Winston videos is track how much damage you do with a bubble. Okay, how much damage did you get away by using bubble? Okay, because every bubble should be used to give you space to be able to zap people. These are my general metrics for bubble. If you're zapping, if you get over 200 damage with a bubble, remember to do 60 damage a second, okay? 60 damage a second for each target you're zapping. If you do over 200 damage, you're carrying. If you're consistently doing over 200 damage with bubble, like, there's no way you're going to lose this game. It's, like, virtually impossible. You're annihilating the opposition. If you're doing 150 to 200, very good value, right? 100 to 150, good value. 50 to 100, okay value, right? Like probably like a 45, 48% win rate. 0 to 50, terrible bubble. Like, those bubbles will guarantee cost you the game. So let's look at this bubble, okay? We put the bubble down. How much damage do we get out of it? 20, 30 damage? Let's call it 30. We got 30 damage out of this bubble. Was it worth it to use a 12-second cooldown to give you 30 damage? No, right? And that's the kind of thing that you need to be able to read here is like, A, did I even need the bubble? But B, is the bubble in the right place? And C, am I even attacking the right people here? Like, this is the opportunity for you to just go after the Ana right now instead. Ana even missed a sleep there. Alright, so our team still gets some picks. We jump in. I don't know why I'm jumping the Doom. The Doom trades so much better than you do, it's crazy. Like, this is not a good idea if the Doom, unless the Doom is super low and is literally going to die. So, I hear the Doom go, right? Doom is punched to the left, which gives me an opening right now to do something. I must do something right now to trade for the fact. I guarantee you the Doom is going on a teammate. When he punches like that, he's going on somebody. So my goal is not, hey, stop the Doom, because I don't have the tools to stop the Doom. It's, what can I trade for right now? So option number one here is I could do short jump, go after the Genji right away. That's an okay option. Option two is actually to go after the Life Weaver here, force the Life Weaver onto low ground, and then zap him and the Ana here, right, using Bubble to stay alive, and then reset. I think that is even better value. But if you want to go for the Genji here, that would also be okay. Right? So good. Yep, we're zapping. Doom comes in. That's fine. So one thing to note here, Doom lands right here. The second he lands, I'm going to put down Bubble, and then I'm going to turn 180 away from him. Why? Because the Doom is going to be shooting you in the face. So, sorry, I need to sneeze. He's going to get double damage here if I'm just staring at him. So, realistically, my damage on the Doom does absolutely nothing. So, I'm just going to put down the Bubble right away, because the Doom's in a good position, right? He's body blocking him from getting away. Just turn away, zap the Genji, right? Then jump out when I need to. But this is really bad, right? You could have died here for sure. Having that reaction to be like, look, I'm fighting somebody, like, for example, a Reaper sneaks up on you. My reaction is not, oh, let me trade damage with him. It is, I turn my head around, let him do damage to me, I do no damage to him, and then get out as soon as I can. Because it's not a positive trade for me no matter what. So, again, Doom comes in, it's not my, I don't want to be here. If the enemy tank is picking a fight with you, let's back this up. As a general rule in Overwatch, if someone is initiates an attack on you, right? If they come to you and challenge you, it usually means that they think they're going to win that fight, right? Or at least win that trade. I think we can probably agree on that, right? Same way, if you dive like an Ana or a Zen, you're like, I think I'm going to positively trade this. I might not kill you, but I think that I'm going to do more to you than you are to me, inherently, because I'm the one who chose to take the fight. So if I see the Doom diving me, my instinct is not, oh cool, let me fight the Doom. My instinct is, I should not fight the Doom because the Doom wants me to fight him. I want to do not what the enemy tank wants me to do, I want to do what the enemy tank doesn't want me to do. I guarantee you, this Doom does not want you to jump out right away. He wants to land on you, right, and then get a bunch of damage and start farming, right, his ulti off of you and push you back and also kind of deter you from pressuring his team, because you can more consistently pressure his team than he can to you. His attacks are all very heavily skill shots. Your attacks are very easy to land, right? Especially once you get the jump mechanics down. So it's much harder for him to get consistent value than it is for you. It's one of the reasons why Winston historically has been so strong. So the second he's coming in, right here, I jump right back out. Why here? Because we know the Genji loves playing here. He's been playing here consistently. I've heard him from there. I would jump right back out and avoid the rest of this damage. Because you just took 170 damage here for nothing. Right? How much damage do you do to this Doom? Keep in mind that he's not full health on the way in, right? He's at 338. He takes, I don't know, 50, 60 damage here, right? And most of it from the Echo. So, no good. Little things like winning those trades is important, right? If the Doom is consistently doing like 300 damage to you and you're doing 50 damage to him, he's going to win. You know, he's going to win the fight sooner or later just from the sustain war. All right, you go to the Doom, Genji, which is good. Zap, 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 right? You're forced to put down the bubble, which is bad, but you walk out of it, it's good. Again, I wouldn't worry about the Doom so much. You get purpled, wait. Okay, so let's talk for a second. One of the things I talk about for tanks is try to make the job of your supports easier. Don't spook them unless you have to. Don't get low unless you have to. So in this situation, you're at 340 health. As a reminder, for Winston, you really need to get 90 to 100% of your health before you do anything. I'm not peeking right now. Your team does not need you to zap this Doomfist right now. This is not, like, your team is not like, oh yeah, Winston, we really need you right now to zap Doomfist or else we're going to lose. Your team needs you to just chill for a second so your Ana can finish healing you. That's all your team needs right now. But you step up here and suddenly you get getting lit up. Okay, you hit grenade, you take another 100 damage, now you're down to 200, and now you're 168, and your Ana gets scared and she nanos you. So look at it from your Ana's perspective. Right? So she throws grenade, right? She's looking to finish the heal on you. She sees you get low and she pops nano. This is really bad. this is an error by you, and this is an error by the Ana. Because you can't do anything with this nano. Even with doubled, like, even with 50% damage resistance, so effectively doubled health, at 330 health Winston ain't gonna do shit, right? You're gonna jump in and you're gonna obliterate it. And I think you kind of know that, and you jump in, and that's exactly what happens here, is that you get obliterated because you just don't have any health and you can't get healed because you're purple. So what you had to do right now was, look, I'm out of this fight. I'm completely out of this fight. I just wait. I literally just take a step back, right? And just chill for a second, let my Ana heal me, then I go back in when I have health. If my Ana doesn't heal me, we're gonna lose no matter what. So like, give your Ana a chance to heal you. Trying to peek here for like such little value is awful. And the nano's forced, and now thus we've wasted an ultimate and we've gotten yourself picked for nothing. It honestly would have been better here to literally not even dive in after getting nanoed, to literally just sit here, right here, don't even dive, just wait here. Just wait it out. Because, like, again, now you start getting healed and you can go in with the last, like, second or two of nano. Because you really can't do anything here because you don't have bubble. Like, with bubble, you could do this. Without bubble, there's no way. Even with nano, you just can't do it. So, yeah. So, on first point alone, we've seen you throw away 2 lives. Alright, we've come out right now. Jump out. I don't know why you're looking that far away, but yeah, you see the Genji, you go with Genji, okay, good. Zap, 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 right? You're trying to go with the soldier, good. Okay, big move right here. So, the correct move here, if you could pull it off, would be pop Primal, swing once, right, to hit the Life Weaver back, short hop to the soldier, swing a second time, knock him towards the ridge, walk forwards, right, he's probably going to dash one way or the other, jump again, and then knock him off the map. That's extremely hard to do, but I think that is the general idea of what I'm looking for here, but that's kind of the idea. One of the problems with bouncing Soldier around in Primal is if he's being pocketed by someone reliable, like not an Ana can struggle to hit him, right? But like a Mercy, a Brig, a Kiriko, a Life Weaver, like they're not going to miss him. So once you start hitting him with Visor, it can actually make it harder for your team to kill him and pop him up into in the air, which allows him to get angles to actually shoot down your team. So you have to be very careful about how you engage here. But quick note here is you should always try to jump before you use Primal, so you get jump, land, you take damage, then pop Primal again. Soldier does 190 damage a second. At 300 health, you're not going to die here, right? You're going to jump in, and the moment you land, right, pop Primal, swing, jump, and kill him. That's the idea, right? So a little suboptimal here. But we're going to miss the Primal here, right? So you should have been backing up already. I can see you starting to back up. You just need to back up slightly more. So, again, we should have jumped first, right? And then we're going to whiff that one, unfortunate, right? And then even worse is that you hit him towards your team this way. Now we're doing a jump again. Oh, nope, you get slept. Rip. Get woken up. You go for the Life Weaver. So, honestly, not the worst Primal mechanics I've seen. This is actually fine. All right, Doomseer, he's super low, he's going to die. Okay, cool. You did very little that fight. I think your team did an excellent job to cover the fact that you didn't really do anything. But it's okay. Okay, so everyone's coming back out. Again, let's think about this for a second. Why am I standing in the open having 4 people shoot at me right now, all farming ult charge off of me? Like, the Genji's going to farm plate off of you just from the fact that you're just sitting in the open. You jump all the way out here with 267 health. The soldier could literally stand here, let you land on him, put heal station down, and kill you himself. Like, he needs no help right now. You're so fragile in this state that it's, like, not even a problem for him to kill you. But Doom's going to engage on you. Alright, and then you jump back. You're extremely lucky to not be dead right now. You really should have died right there. But winding this back, what should you have done instead? Well, you don't need to do anything. Their whole team is just setting up right now. If you see an opportunity, go for it. But, like, there are no opportunities here. I just chill, honestly, like, way back here, let my team develop, right? Get them all into position, look to see where they're going, and then look for opportunities where I need to go. But I certainly don't try to dive across the entire map to go chase somebody that I can't even land at, right? Then force bubble out, and then Doom should have straight up killed you right now. Very, very lucky to not be dead right now. I think you're also, I think you charge right click a little too much. Versus just like focusing on other things. It like adds like a mental tax to you at the times where it's like not really relevant. Okay, Doom's going after your Ana right now. What's your plan? To jump after the Doom. But why? You know, like what are you gonna do when you get here? Like let's imagine we teleport you right here. what does that change? First of all, Doom really can't solo Ana, assuming she has cooldowns, right? Between sleep, grenade, and the fact that she can just run around and takes Doom forever to kill people, she's not going to die, right? Without charge punch, she's not going to kill him. So Ana's probably going to be fine, A. B, you also have Mercy, who's really good at keeping people alive, so there's no reason to expect that the Ana will die here. C, even if you get here, what are you going to do about the Doom? Zap him? Again, he does so much more damage than you do. He's going to trade positively with you. He's going to tie up you and your Ana, and probably your Mercy too, trying to like all deal with him at once. This is exactly the opposite of what you want to be doing. Instead, you should use this opportunity to be like, hey, look, what can I do? All right, I can sit up over here. I can jump the Genji, or I can jump the Lifeweaver. I can just sit here and wait for them to walk forwards. Like anything here would be better than going after the Doom, right? So you all mess around with the Doom. Let's rewind this back. Okay, so Doom's gonna go again. This is a mistake for you to be going right now, and you're gonna notice all this space that previously you controlled, this area that your team previously controlled is no longer in your control because your whole team decides to walk backwards for this. Your Mercy ends up getting locked off here by the soldier who's now swinging wide. The soldier, I guarantee you, the soldier never does this if you stay here. Right? The soldier swings wide right now to try to get an angle because he knows the Tracer is here. Tracer gets low. Mercy can't do anything because she's locked off by, again, look at where the enemy positions are right now. Like, this is nuts. The enemy are so far forward right now because you are all the way over here. Like, you're not doing anything right now. These are the 4 people that you need to be worrying about at this moment in time, but you're not doing anything about them because you're worried about trying to stop a Doom. Tracer's going to get lit up. She's going to get killed by Helix. Mercy, again, is completely locked off in this fight, and you lost your Tracer for going in. Should the Tracer have died there? No. I'm pretty sure the Tracer's made a mistake in order to be dead out here to begin with. Yeah, she's around right now or blinked. But she's going to die. I mean, mistakes happen, but a big part of this is simply you're not doing anything. But now you come in, and now you have no Tracer. So now you have to fight a 4 and 5. This is really hard to win. Now the Doom kills your Ana. Okay, so be it. Like, if he's going to ulti on her and kill her, okay, like, what are you going to do about it? The goal here is not to kill the Doom. The goal here is to trade more positively than him. Nano Blaze gets popped, there's nothing you can do here. Alright. So, Doom's going to jump in here. Right? If you want to zap, I mean, I think this is fine. You're mostly just waiting for your team to get in position. I do not want to trade here. Again, as a reminder, Doom's hand cannon does a non-trivial amount of damage. I can't remember what it's offhand, but I would guess it's probably like 120, 130 damage per second. You do have as much damage as he does, right? Without even him using abilities, just a hand cannon. It does so much damage. Alright, Genji's dead now. Unfortunate. Doom's climbing up, but again, nothing you can do about that. Yep, this is a correct call. Core backline. Right? So you can drop right now. You put bubble down. Okay, I think this is okay. Right? You're going to go back. Right, you can get the Mega, which I think is a good call. Right, I think using jump there to get the Mega is a good call there too. Doom's gonna go. You should be going for the Genji right now. Yep, that's fine. So, quick thing is that you should try to break LOS of the rest of the team so you don't get zapped or pinged there too much. Go for the Doom, or the Genji rather. Okay, so this is all good. I think this is fine. I don't think you want to lose a bubble right now because again, Ana trades better than you do. You see the Ana gets low. I'm pretty sure you're jumping here because you have primal. You know you don't have bubble, but because you have primal, you feel safe here. That's good, right? We forced out tree here. That's fine. Right, you put shield down. Tracer's gonna die. Let's think for a second. Can we win this? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Tracer's dead. Doom's over there. I don't think we got any kills, so this is a 4 and 5 situation. I'm not feeling great about this, but it's not unwinnable. However, if I have the option of not fighting this, I will choose to take that option. So right now, my goal is I'm going to jump out right away. Ideally, you jump to this window, but it's like impossible to get that angle because the platform is there. Jump out right away, right? Do the other hop, which I know you gotta know how to do that technique already. Jump and break over the corner. I don't want to use primal here if I don't have to. So again, jump here-ish, hop around the corner. You'll probably get dropped down to like 100 slash like, you know, maybe under 100 health, but you should theoretically live here and not have to pop primal. The problem is if I pop primal here, what am I gonna do with it? There's 2 supports, a mobile DPS, and a soldier with healing station, and everybody's in a tree. If you were the best Winston in the world, I still don't know that you could kill anybody here. But the problem is you stay, right? You jump, at least you did the jump first, and now you're gonna try to get kills. But again, how are you gonna kill anybody? Like, let's rewind this, okay? Instead of looking at the screen, let's look at the top right. Let's look at the top right, up here, okay? Let's see, does anybody actually get low right now? So we zap, 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 zap. So far, nobody's even dropped below 200. Right? Okay, Lifeweaver is at 175 because she has 225 health. And that's it. That's it. We just wasted the whole primal for that. We did nothing. We did literally nothing with the primal rage, other than the fact that it kept you alive, but you might have lived there if you just jumped out normally. So, yeah, I think that's really bad. Obviously bad value there. Like, it doesn't, your mechanics are irrelevant. You just can't kill anybody because there's way too much healing there. Between the tree and the two supports, there's no chance that you're killing anybody in that situation. I think jumping in here is suicidal, but I think, did you see the purple first? You did not see the purple first. So yeah, this was a terrible plan. Now you're stuck in here, but the good news is the Genji didn't have dash. It's funny because right now, I don't know why you're leaving, right? The only person back here is the Doom. You have, I guess you have half health, so I guess that's fine. So ideally, you should be jumping up and out in this situation, but I think the low jump is also fine because you're actually pretty low already. Yeah, Doom's here, he's made a mistake. Great, excellent. So I think this section's going to go pretty well for you. Again, I wouldn't worry too much about the jump. Good, solid jump, right? Block off the Doom. He can't walk to the Mega for some reason. I think that was good play, right? Mistake by the Doom. Get the kill here. Excellent. So right now, you're going to see the Ana. Again, yeah, just zap, 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 zap. I think chasing here is good, right? You have no danger here whatsoever. Jumping back in. All right, good. Right? Good idea, right? Everything we're doing here is farming Primal again, right? Maybe get a pick. Mostly it's about farming Primal. Don't face tank the Doom. If I see this Doom jump up, right? Now, I turn, right? And I could potentially even just jump away because, you know, no one, I don't need this position right now. See, you jumped up way too late. Look how much damage you're going to feed to them, right? So this was 500 health, 480 worth of damage that you just gave. Granted, they're already at ulti, but I'm just noting that as a general rule, you feed the enemy a ton of ult charge unnecessarily. So, quick note here is I would have landed to the left, not to the right, because I assume they're going to the left. If they go to the right, they're definitely going to die because they'll knock them off high ground. But this is a good zap, right? Good solid value right here. 3 people, and you still have Primal here. You jump up, mechanics there, okay. Right, you go in, good, right? Go for the Lifeweaver. I would have kept chasing here, yep. Honestly, so I was actually playing this back and I was thinking about it. I think you were actually totally safe to keep chasing right now. You have plenty of time left on Primal Rage, you got 4 seconds left. There is a world where you can kill the Lifeweaver. It's going to be hard though. But honestly, for the sake of practice, I'd probably do it because I'm not feeling any danger here. Worst case scenario, like I do a jump where it's like, I can't quite kill him, and then you just jump right back after Primal ends, and then you're fine. Like the Doom's not going to solo your whole team. If he does, you're going to lose anyway. This is not a bubble I would pop. So based on game sense, I would know that the enemy team is coming up, right, pretty soon. I know I need this bubble soon. This Doom is either going to die right now or he's not, right? I don't think I'm sure you're bubbling here to try to block healing, but I know no one's going to be close enough to get the heal from here, and it's not going to block grip. So again, either he dies or he doesn't. I need that bubble. Because bubble lasts 2 jumps, which is what's really going to hurt you. So right now, you can jump if you had bubble safely. But because you don't have bubble, I think you're playing a little carefully, but right now is actually a great opportunity to go after the Lifeweaver. Right? You're a little slow on it, again, because you don't have bubble, so you're playing a little safe. And this goes back to, whenever you jump in, think, could the Doom punch me towards his team in a way that's bad for me? This is bad for you. So you jump out, very lucky to not have to not die there, but you hit the pop bubble there just to stay alive. Chillin'. Bad jump, really bad jump. Again, I think you have a lot of trouble climbing high ground cleanly. Right. Zapping 2 supports right now, good, right? You force tree, good, right? Good short jump. You get slept, right? So, zap, 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 zap. But, like, you know, they have a lot of sustain here. I think you lost your backline, question mark? I think your Mercy's still alive. Yeah, your Mercy's still alive. She reses the Ana. Okay. So, the Mercy's going for the res here. The correct call here would have been to stay alive, not try to jump and continue the fight. So, you should have jumped out here. Yeah, because your Mercy has nano, too. If you jump all the way back here to where your Mercy is rezzing, sorry, your Ana has nano. Your Ana heals you up, gets nano, it pops nano, you go back in, you win the fight. So that would have been fight winning right there. Okay, so in the interest of time, let's skip forward to offense, because it felt like offense was more of your problem. Or at least that's what you said. I think your defense, I think they both look the same to me. Alright. So we're coming up here, right? Doom's here, jump in, yeah, good, right? Zen's gonna knock you off right away. Okay, fine, it's what it is. I mean, you didn't realize there was necessarily a Zen. It's fine. as a general rule for jumping Zens is try, like landing on him is fine, but like if you try to land in a way that he can't easily kick you off, that's good. So if you slide inwards, right, it makes it a little harder for him to kick you cleanly off, right? Alternatively, land outside of his kick range is another option. But this is kind of a tricky moment. 510 health, you don't have bubble, but I'm pretty sure you need to jump here because they're going to eventually peek this edge, and then you're going to put you in some trouble. So this is not a great position. You got a few options here. I think option number one is you go slightly to the left and you do a quick jump up here, and then you immediately drop again. That's kind of option number one. Option number two is you slide this way and jump up and take this corner. I think this is actually the best option. Is you come this way and then do a quick hop up here and zap both supports. It forces the Mercy to the opposite side, but like obviously, you know, in vision of everybody else. And then the Zen is stuck here because the Zen has to back up this way across this open space to not die. So I think that's your best call. I think waiting here though is no good. Right, Doom goes in on you because he realizes that you're in a bad position. You're jumping right now, but you're too squishy and you don't have bubble, which means you die. To be fair, it's close right now. You nearly kill the Zen. But yeah, you still get obliterated here. It's not a big deal because your spawn is close, but I think that you could have played this better. I think you should have jumped to the right side. So, as a general rule, we do not want to jump to Doom. Doom is not our target. We see the Doom here. Why are we jumping the Doom? No, we just fed block. Alright, so now he's got Empowered Punch, which give me a pain. So, I think a little more patience here, right? You're not getting healed, so just chill and just tap I need healing, right? Give your Ana a chance to heal you. Because now you're going in with half health. Remember that armor's worth 40% more health, so when you're out of armor, you're effectively at half health, even though it's not actually half of your bar. You don't want to be peeking here, so yeah. Don't peek until you're ready to go, right? Do one quick peek to figure out where people are, and then go. But where am I looking to go right now? The Doom is controlling this right corner. I can't force the Doom off that corner. So from here, I need to be jumping ideally somewhere over here, and I'm going to take this bus to the left. But that's really tough to do from this angle. So one thing you could think about here is that you could use one jump over here, and then from here, jump here, which is incredibly safe, instead of trying to force your way down the middle. It's not your job to move the cart, right? Now you just lost another 200 health for no reason. Like over and over and over again, you take so much damage while setting up. This is straight suicide. So, despite not being full health, you're just walking in front of the whole team frontlining with no bubble right now, and you get shredded and should be dead right now, and you were discorded, and now your bubble's going to break instantly, and you gained no value. I'm going to show you this from their perspective to give you an idea of just like how silly this looks. Alright, so we're going to see the Winston here, right? Right here. Winston's just chilling. Winston's just chilling. Winston's just, like, what are you doing? I was a soldier, I'd be like, I'd be so confused as to what you're doing right now, because you're just straight throwing the fight by doing this. Now you have no bubble, like you're out of commission for the next 10 seconds, and you're forcing your Mercy to heal you, which means nobody is pocketing your Doom right now, your Echo right now, who is currently copying, so this is a big power spike for her. Your Mercy wants to be pocketing your Echo, but she has to heal you because you consistently take way too much damage. And now your Ana's like, okay, now she has to heal you too, and like overall, everything is just rough here, right? Just, you need more patience here. I don't know why you're trying to zap the Sojourn when there's 3 people who are all vulnerable to your right. That's what you should actually be going for, but regardless, you have no bubble right now, so even though this is a great opportunity, it's actually quite dangerous for you to go. You can't really do anything right now. Yeah, see, like another bad jump that doesn't really get you any value. Right, now we're in on top of them. Like, notice how your Genji like generates more space than you do, because you're just like having so much trouble with how low health you are all the time. Like, you take way too much damage while staging, like getting ready for it, and then you just die here like in such a silly way. So right here, you zap, 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 zap. Okay, you zap. Okay. I don't know that I want to jump this, because remember, I know there's a soldier and a soldier to my left, and the Mercy's Valk, so she's healing everybody. So I can zap to the corner, but I'm not jumping this. Jumping is unnecessary. That commits you out here while discorded, and then you're going to get shredded. Even then, I think you still live here if you just walk in and get the Mega, but you don't even do that. You decide to just walk away and then die. Like, you could have at least gone for the Mega here. Everything here feels wrong. Alright, your team's going to cap, fortunately. Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense knowing that this lobby is Masters 3. You look significant. You look like you're slower and less aware than the other people in the game. right? Like it feels that way where you're like you're the one who's like kind of like the weak link on the team because you're just not used to how fast the game is played and like what you need to be doing. All right. So I think here Winston's actually a pretty good choice. I would be careful playing these long angles because this is a good example of like, what are you thinking right now with this soldier? Soldier, as a reminder, does 190 damage a second. What am I doing trying to take this fight at all? Like, how does this help me at all? I don't even want to do it. Like, soldier just can stay over there. That's fine. I'm going to sit over here because my job is to hold this space right now for the cart to move up. Me poking him is not good value for me, especially since your team has struggled to heal you all game. This is a bad bubble. I don't want to be putting bubble down right now, right? Bubble's way too early. This is fine. Like, okay, we're getting poked here. I could dive into this, right? I could bubble here, zap, zap, zap. Okay, Doom's diving up on me. I step this way, right? Great. Doom punches me this way. Great. I can step out here, and I can dive back here, or I can dive back here. I have a lot of options right now, but putting the bubble here means that the opposing team is, like, not afraid at all. Because watch. Zen's going to come up here. Bubble's up. Is Zen afraid? No, nobody's afraid. They're just going to blow up the bubble right away. The bubble does nothing. Like, literally nothing here. And that's what's rough, right? I think you really struggle to figure out, like, oh, what am I doing right now? Another good example where, what am I thinking at this moment in time? I need bubble here, probably to engage. I need 5 seconds. Just chill. Just chill right now. Like, you have primal up. Your team probably has ult advantage, but you don't actually in this case because you fed so much ult charge to the opposing team. But just chill for a second. Let the cart walk forwards, right? Let them set up here, then dive in, right? With bubble, right? Use bubble, zap it all out, do another jump, pop primal, win the fight. That's the goal here. Don't take so much chip damage right now. Okay, now we just took another 150 chip damage. We don't need to do this. Your team doesn't need you to do this. This is not helping the team. Just chill. Just literally sit around the corner and just chill and just wait. All right, we jump in. This is quite possibly the worst location you could have jumped to. So, let's think about this right now. Is this a committed fight or not? Like, is this a fight where I'm going to pop primal? If it's a fight that I'm going to pop primal, I want to do maximum damage right now. Maximum damage means landing on top of them, zapping as many people as I can, right? In which case, I want to be landing over here, right? Here, right here, bubble them off, zap, right? Split them off, separate the soldier from his team, gives my team a chance to kill the soldier. That's the idea here, right? Here, put a bubble down. I'm going to start getting melted very quickly. I probably have less than 2 seconds to stay alive. Then I pop primal. What do I do with primal? Well, if the soldier's low, I can potentially kill her. But realistically, it's unlikely with a Zen and a Mercy in the game. From here, I use primal to then attack the Zen and the Mercy. Because my goal here is to force out trance. That's my job right now. I'm not going to get any kills against Zen and Mercy in this lineup, right? The healing is way too consistent. It's way too hard for me to kill primal unless I can knock somebody into a room and put him up against the wall, like juggle him against the wall. But Zen has trance. My Genji has trance. Zen is saving the trance for the Genji. So if I can force trance out right now, we win the fight, especially if I don't die. That's the whole goal here, is I have to force trance out. This is actually very common from Overwatch 1. I don't know if you played Overwatch 1 very much, but like that was a huge part of Overwatch 1 was playing around Genji Blade and trance, because trance was like the #1 counter for Genji Blade, because it's a lot easier to use than beat, which just takes longer. In that it was often the tank's job to force trance out so Genji could win the fight with Blade. Same principle applies to Overwatch 2. Your job here is land here, put bubble down, zap, separate the soldier. Maybe you get a pick. Probably you need to pop primal. You pop primal, and then you go after the supports, specifically the Zen. There's no way you're killing the Mercy here. That's the goal right now. That's the game plan here. In my head is what I'm trying to do. And I'm thinking about all that stuff before I dive, so I don't have to think about it during the fight. But you land short here, and then the Doom punches you out, which means instead of zapping all these heroes and separating the soldier, you're the one who's now separated. The bubble's not helping you very much here, right? And now you're not doing anything other than zapping the tank, which is great for them. Now you have no health. You try to walk back, you jump in, and then you pop primal. You juggle the soldier over, which is good, but the problem is the soldier's also visored right now, and he's also full health, and he's getting pocketed, and you're going to waste his primal. Like, the mechanics here are actually pretty good. Like, you're landing basically every hit on him, but, like, they're just so much more effective overall, right? Your whole team's dead, and now it's going to be over from there. So let's back up, and let's watch this fight unfold. Again, remember, if you landed here, the Doom has to punch you into, like, this wall, in which case you're not knocked this far away. You'd still be on the soldier. Soldier would be super low right now from you continually applying pressure. Instead, you're only zapping the Doom. So you have zero space creation. Like, this is the only spot This is the only spot that you're holding. Instead of holding this much space, that's what you actually want to be doing right now. But you're not holding any space right now. That allows Soldier to pop Nano, or Visor, right? He gets damage pocketed, Overclock also gets popped, and now they're all burning down the team. Again, if you landed here correctly, you could be murdering them all, right? With Primal, right? Knocking them around, forcing Trance, ideally, right? Maybe they still turn around with DPS ultis, maybe not, but you get at least a lot more value for it. 10 pops Trance anyways. So, is what it is. Mistakes have been made. I don't think there's any Trance there to win that fight. Alright, we jump in. Yeah. This is problematic for you. So, again, I can't really force the Doom back by myself anyway. As a reminder, the Doom does a lot more damage than you do, so you really don't want to be taking these fights against him. So if the Doom's holding top left, I can't push him back out myself. You see, the Doom has no fear of you. The Doom's like, it's not like, oh god, there's a Winston jumping me. The Doom's like, oh great, a Winston's jumping me. I can farm him now. And that's exactly what he does, and then he burns you down, and then he's going to kill you. And that's because you keep trying to fight him over and over and over again. Just avoid the Doom. So how could you have done this differently? Right? You see this? Right? I hear the Doom / see the Doom. Even if you jump right here, the second I land up here, I'm like, oh shoot, Doom's here, I just drop right away. Because I don't want to fight him. I really do not want to fight him. It's not a good use of my time. And then once I drop here, I could then go this way, right? And then jump here, right? Go in the back line. Or from here, flip, jump this way if I want to as well. So you got options, right? Also from here, I could jump into this window, making sure that the Doom punches me, I stay in this window, so that way he punches me into this wall and not punches me this way, and I'm also good. You have lots of options here, but fighting the Doom is your worst option, basically always. Alright, so we are once again trying to force our way through the Doom. You're not a good hero at this, and if anything, I would dive right now. Dive the Soldier into the Mercy right now while you're full health and you have bubble. But you pop the bubble's not doing anything. And now you have no bubble, and now what are you going to do? Like, you can't protect your Ana from the Doom. Like that's a really important thing I want to show you. Like, you cannot protect your supports from the Doom. Full stop. Stop trying. It's, like, not good value. It's, like, not going to work. We dive in now, but the problem is you weren't full health when you start diving in, right? 373, you're basically half health right now. You dive in, so you're at half health, and you don't have bubble right now, which means you just get murdered right away. You manage to put down bubble, but, like, just barely, right? And you still die for it. Thankfully, Nano Blade still works because the enemy team used Trance the previous fight unnecessarily. And then we're going to cap here, I think. So, at this point, if you haven't heard anything, I step forwards now, right? If you don't hear footsteps here, you can step up here to get ready to contest this side. So you need to be further up right now, right? Pings have even gone off. Like, I think you need to be walking forwards right now. Yeah, I think this is good, right? Doom goes right, great. I go left. Go in the Soldier, bubble him off. Okay, this is fine. Yeah. Zap, 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 zap. This is good value, right? 5 people are shooting at you right now. This is good, right? They're shooting at you, but you have a bubble in the way. You can survive here. I'm definitely walking to the right out. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is exactly what you want to be doing, which is, look, Doom went right. I go left, right? I force four people look at me. Doom comes back to try to deal with me, which is bad, right? And then cart keeps moving. Great. Excellent. See, this is a good example where, like, charging the Tesla cannon here is not good. Just reload, right? Charge. But, like, the thing is, like, you still have 3 seconds to the jump. I think you want to wait a couple seconds before you start that charge. All right. You jump in on the Soldier, but the thing is, I also see Echo Copy go in right now, which means I commit to this. I'm not getting off. I'm not going to drop here. I'm going to stick this out and try to kill a Soldier because I'm with another, quote-unquote, tank right now, so I don't really want to be giving this up. So I would continue here to try to kill the Mercy and the Soldier here. Like, I know it's dangerous, but I think it's worth trying in that situation. But regardless, Soldier drops to you, that's fine. Right, good mechanics, good jump on him. Right, try to kill him. You pop Primal. So, thinking for a second, look, is it the right time to Primal? Well, we got 2 people alive against 4 is no good. 3 people alive against 4. I think this is pretty hard to win. Yeah, you're definitely not going to win this. So let's play this back in real time to see what information I would have known playing this. So at this point, it's going to be 5v5. Right? So I'm always looking top right at the kill feed and, like, out of the corner of my eye to see, like, what's going on. We zap in, right? All right, we're good with this. We're happy with this, right? Drop out. You should drop out a little earlier, but it's okay. It's good. Right? I jump, right? Could have stayed up there, but that's fine. Alright, we lost one, so now it's a 4v5. Alright, Mercy pops Valk. We lost Copy, but Echo's not dead. Okay, now it's 4v4 because Zen is dead. So the melee right here would have been a kill, but yeah, you almost got it. Yeah, I think this is reasonable. It's a 4v4 right now. I don't know where the Echo is. Oh yeah, honestly, yeah, this is 44. Yeah, this is winnable. Okay, I think this is fine for a primal. Right? So you try to juggle the soldier, but the problem is very, very hard to kill someone who's being targeted by Mercy. Right? Valk Mercy's healing like 60 health a second, so what are you gonna do here? I think trying to focus Soldier right now is a mistake. I think you actually should have gone for the Sojourn right now. The Sojourn or the Mercy, but realistically the Sojourn, because you can't kill the Soldier right now. But to some extent you have to kill him, otherwise you can kill everybody anyway. So I think this is just unfortunate. I don't think there's a lot... I don't think I would have won this. Let me put it that way. I don't think I would have won this. I don't think I would have won this one either. That fight. Alright, walking forwards, setting up, going for the Sojourn. So notice how when you jump, you have 100 missing armor. You want to go this way and then jump out. Okay, I will draw this to make this clearer. So the edge of the wall is like this, right? What you are doing is you are walking up like this and then jumping out. But what I would do is I go this and then jump out. And the difference between this and this is 100 damage, 100 to 150. And that is a lot of health. That is a lot of health difference right now between you and me. And that means when you jump in here, you're already nearly dead. Which means you put bubble, and now you have to walk down here, and now they're going to pursue because they know you're low. You have to jump here to try to stay alive, and then you die. This should not have happened, and is a good example of another really, really bad jump. You're going to swap Sigma now, and it's not going to do anything. You're still going to lose. Okay, let's stop there. Recapping. So, I would say biggest thing for Winston is, like, overall biggest theme by far is you take way too much damage while setting up for your dives. The staging process, right? You take way too much damage. You want to be as close to 100% as possible, but often you are as low as 50% health when you are jumping in, which dramatically limits what you can do once you get in there. You either have to immediately play safe and not get as much damage, or you die upon landing, both of which are bad. That's number one. Number two, against Doomfist, avoid the heck out of Doomfist. It is not your job. Don't try to save your teammates from him. Don't try to kill the Doomfist. Just continue going after his backline all the time, over and over and over again. Much more consistent value than going after the Doom. Again, I have a GM5 video where I can show you where I play against Doom, where you can kind of like see my thought process and like hear me talk through how I play against it. But I think that's really, really important. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Hopefully this is helpful.